Welcome back, guys. It is I, the Shitmaster Kyle, back again with another video. In today's one, we have some good news to talk about. My last video was a little bit negative. We were talking a lot about bad things happening with the franchise. I talked about the Sonic movie, so I guess it wasn't completely negative. But today, we have some good news. Saki, the same person who leaked basically a bunch of information about Sonic Colors Ultimate and talking about how SCU was basically mostly Blind Squirrel's fault and not really Sega, even though they did kind of rush the game. It was mostly Blind Squirrel's fault. He talked about that, and today Unleashed made a video talking about Saki telling him that Frontiers' model is not finished. Essentially, he talked to Saki, and Saki basically explains that the build that the footage is from is all an earlier tech demo. And my theory is that this is actually starting to line up, right? So we know that there are basically two leaks that we can rely on to be 100% accurate, right? And that's the original 4chan leak that we saw from January 2021, right before they were about to announce Frontiers, when they showed the announcement trailer, and the Daki leak that came out not too long ago, right? So if we're inferring that the person that made the Frontiers leak played the game, let's say like late 2019, or not late 2019, late 2020, early 2021, right? They said that the game was not graphically impressive, right? But then Daki comes in, he talks about how the game looks really nice, the model is a very good looking model. He didn't say that it was the Force's model, and that makes sense. Why would Daki be right about everything except the model? It doesn't make any sense. Why would he lie about the model? If he is gonna say anything, he's gonna say something about something everyone's gonna hate, obviously. But when you start thinking about this, right? That the original playtester who talked about the leak in the 4chan's leak, that could have easily been a early 2021, late 2020 build, right? They did say the game, again, was graphically not that impressive, but when you look at the Frontiers trailer, obviously it looks a lot better. So here's what I'm thinking, right? They played the demo in 2020, right? They gave them the feedback. They said, the graphics they're mid or whatever, right? Then Sonic Team went back and they fixed up the graphics. They made it look better, right? That's where they got all that footage for the trailer. Saki mentioned that the footage was called tech.mp4, which is probably short for tech demo.mp4. Which, for those of you who don't know, a tech demo is basically, it's supposed to show off the capabilities of the game instead of the gameplay itself, which further lines up why we didn't see gameplay, because that's a tech demo. You see, we didn't see gameplay, we didn't see items in the world because it's a tech demo. You see, now that we know that's a tech demo, we can start to have a little bit more faith, right? But anyways, right, they got all the footage from the tech demo a little bit after they made people test the game, and that was late 2020, early 2021, right? So now we're South by Southwest E3 era, right? That's when they got all the tech demo footage. And then mid 2021, Daki's friend gets to play the game, and he is now playing a much later build because the version that he's playing on, they've already gone through and fixed all the problems that people had with when they did the first testing in late 2020, right? So now he's playing it and he sees the newer build of the game, and this is, from what I've heard, a common trend that they'll take earlier footage and throw it into the trailer because they don't have enough footage for when they're making the trailer, which makes sense because if Daki played the game, let's say mid 2021, we saw Frontiers was announced, I think it was November, let's say November, right? It was announced at the Game Awards, right? Frontiers was announced at the Game Awards. Not announced, but it was, they showed the tech demo at the Game Awards. If you played it August, July, right? July, August time, there's no way you're gonna have enough footage to put in a gameplay trailer by November, to have it ready before November. There's no way. Which is why, you know, they made the cinematics and then they slapped the tech demo in there. Like, everything's starting to come together. And this just further lines up with all of the leaks. Because, again, why would Daki's friend only be wrong about the model? It doesn't make sense. You know, with Zippo, you know, we could say, oh, well, Zippo was wrong about this and that and that. But when you think about it, right, if you put this timeline that I just gave you together, it makes perfect sense. Original 4chan leaker played the game, they went back, they cleaned it up, made the graphics look better, and all of that good stuff. Then they started recording the footage that they were going to use in the trailer. Then they're still working on the game during that time. So then Daki plays the game, or Daki's friend plays the game. And then after they play the game, like a couple months later, trailer drops. Right, but that time frame wasn't enough for them to put anything together with the newer builds. So they give us the tech demo from early 2021. So now we can actually start to, you know, kind of visualize that the game is gonna look different, okay? Because especially when you think about it, the CG doesn't use the Forces model. If the Forces model was going to be the final model for the game, why would the CG not use it, right? Because in the Forces trailer, I'm 99% sure I should go back and rewatch it, but it's too late now. In the Forces trailer, they didn't use like the Gens model. They used the Forces model, and according to Saki, the whole reason they use the Forces model is because it's the only model that supports Hedgehog Engine 2, essentially. That's the main problem. Because they could use the Unleashed Gens model, but they can't. Those models were made for Hedgehog Engine 1. And if you look at like the comparison with Hedgehog Engine 2 and Hedgehog Engine 1, you can tell that there's a very big graphical difference. Hedgehog Engine 2 makes graphics feel more realistic, right? And the only character model, or the only Sonic model that has been in Hedgehog Engine 2 is the model they used in Forces, which makes sense. Right now they're gonna use the model that looks good so that it matches with the good looking trailer, you know? So I have faith in them. They're like, Frontiers is shaping up to be something worth my time. Like, I'm like, even if Frontiers is bad, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna end up buying the game. So I want the game that I'm gonna spend $60, $70 on to be good. And it's Sonic. I want the franchise to not be a laughingstock, okay? It just brings me pain because I know this franchise has potential. I know it can be good. I know it's capable of being a great franchise. It's there. We're so close yet so far. And, listen, I know everyone's doubting Frontiers because of the director, but listen, the director does not shape the game. The director can make bad choices for the game, but they don't shape the game. Like, the same director that we had for 06 was a director we had for Unleashed, if I'm not mistaken. And those games are completely different. Like, their mere gameplay style is different. So, Sega and Sonic Team, they can pull this off. They just need to, you know, I feel like they've been taking their time. I mean, I know this is probably gonna come back to bite me, like, oh, they're taking their time, you know. But according to them, right, the game was supposed to come out on 30th anniversary. They pushed it back, and now it's holiday 2022. I'm excited. Let's hope this is good. But that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash like, subscribe. Tell me down below if you think Sonic Frontiers is gonna be a good game. And with that, I will see you in the next one.